Hell yeah.
The way it's like an affirmation.
I know.
I'm recording and you're recording.
Today is a beautiful day. So, listener,
You're
your innie likes.
Just the serenity that you said it with made me think, your innie is a good person. Your innie enjoys dancing.
Hilarious. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I cannot wait to watch that season. I still haven't seen the second season. We don't have the TVs at the new house. So.
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, it's.
You guys just moved in, so.
And like, it's fine. Like, obviously, we are not without entertainment in our pocket, and there's plenty to do. So. But listener, I am Marty V. That is Kate Pryor, and this is Romance Writers Therapy. Welcome. Welcome.
Gary Castle with 100 bats.
With 100 bats. My welcome reminded me of Cabaret, the play.
Oh, okay.
And did you know Orville Peck is going to be, he's the new casting for the MC?
Ooh, cool.
I am out of my fucking mind excited. My mom and I are both fully in freak out. He's going to be maskless. So that's really cool too. It's so funny because when I saw the announcement, I was like, oh my God, they're going to let him wear his mask. What a cool, interesting way to like alter the character. I really want to see what he does with it, all this stuff. And then like mom was like, and he's going to take off his mask. I'm like, oh, right. That makes the most sense, honestly. But I am so excited to see it. Anyway, Kate, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
What's your outie up to?
My it's been I feel like it's been a busy few weeks for me. Got some, I just finished the draft for Be My Bad Guy.
Woo.
Just sent it to Heather.
I'm so excited.
Literally like an hour ago.
That's awesome. I cannot wait to hear what she says.
Right? And I'm like sitting here like, when's she gonna email me back?
Isn't that the most frustrating part?
Right? I'm like, I don't want to be needy, but when?
But like also, and like the thing is, I know I only sent it an hour ago, right? So I know I'm not getting it back today. That's not what I'm looking for.
Right.
But like maybe we should ask for ballparks so we can like be cool. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
Because otherwise I check my email and it's like, this is not helpful.
What I do is like, I think what I've done with her for the last couple of times is I've just been like so done with the projects. I've been like, I don't even want to know. So that it like when I do finally get like, I think the last time when I got the edits for Mated to My Ex, I was like, already? You don't want to keep holding on to it? I have to work on this again.
I remember that. Meanwhile, I was having like the exact opposite response to Accidentally Under Your Tree being in her hands. Where I was like, I'm kind of dying. Like, I really want to know her input and like stuff like that. Yeah. And I also think I was like, I need to make sure I have time to do the work because that's me. Yeah. Speaking of doing the work, I am still working on the edit for Remy and Alicia Can't Fall Again. And I'm really happy with how it's turning out. But also it's going so much slower than I want it to.
Yeah, you usually don't do like a big rewrite like this, I think.
No, usually I take forever in the draft. And so the rewrite tends to be a little bit less like of a complete overhaul. And this wasn't a complete overhaul, but man, it is significant. Like every chapter has been pretty decently altered and there's been no less than 5 chapters added. I'm currently adding another one.
Oh my God.
I know.
Someone has to stop you.
Listener, if you didn't hear my sigh, it was a big one. And like what I really like about this is the editing process is my favorite part of the process. And so I really am enjoying myself. What I'm not liking about it is I'm having a harder time gauging how long it will take me to be done. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you don't do as many rewrites like this, like it's hard to I always like hate it when people at work are like, how long do you think it's going to take you to do this? And I'm like, well, the answer is either like 10 minutes or like I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and like the deadlines I had given myself were really blown out of the water with buying and moving because, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So now at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to worry about it. And when it's done and complete, I will just do a really good job of planning my release. And I've been looking at a couple different like PR companies to help with like different forms of influencer help and like stuff like that. So there's a couple different options I've been looking at. Yeah. They seem like a good way of like broadening my reach. And I've never done anything like this before. And I've always been like very much, I don't know, finding my own paddle and like paddling upstream. And so I'm just kind of, I'm now that I have a couple books under my belt, if someone reads this and they really like it, there's more backlist for them to go into. The more I'm like starting to be like, well, maybe I consider grabbing this service. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I really can't wait to hear about like what it was like to experience that, and like you know, your thoughts on like what was worth it, what you know, like things that like you find most valuable about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, absolutely. I will definitely report back. I was also thinking about hitting up some like reader podcasts and seeing if I could pay for sponsor like time, you know?
Nice.
Yeah, like why not? Especially like I feel like the cost of sponsorship for our podcast is really reasonable. And if they're willing to do something similar, I'm so down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how competitive we are with our price.
I did research.
I also don't really know what the range are.
I did research, and what we have been charging is a good price for how many like downloads and stuff we get. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
So, and I know that Heather has gotten a booking based on her sponsorship of our podcast. She told me that. So that made me so happy. Anyway, so Kate, we're going to have a conversation about what's happening in your writer world.
I have Monsterotica in literally a week. Less than a week. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And I just wanted to like dump all of my thoughts out onto the table and organize them in front of you.
Yeah.
Like a very much a
I have a pen and paper. Let's do this.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. So this will be my second in-person book event.
Okay.
There were some things I like made notes about from my first event, Flirty in Tennessee, which was last year. That like, because I feel like the kind of standard setup for a table at these kinds of events, you get like usually like a 6-foot table, and there's usually a black tablecloth over top, and you get 2 chairs, and then everything else you have to provide yourself. I think it's like such a good idea to have like a tablecloth or like a table runner that's like a little bit of a banner that, you know, the front of the table is going to have your name on it. But it's also good practice to have a pop-up banner that also has like your name, your branding, your socials, your books, whatever, you know, like says your name. Yeah.
QR code or something.
I think I'm going to be real. I made a bunch of QR codes for my, for the Flirty in Tennessee event. I don't think I saw anyone scan them.
Really? Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, I didn't have any people QR coding really. And I had made like, I remember specifically I made like a stay in touch kind of little sign. And like, I think my signage was honestly kind of a problem during that event. So I'm going to today work on my signage.
What do you feel was a problem with your signage?
It was too small. I literally had someone tell me, "Oh, I couldn't see it because it was too small," and I was like, "Yeah, it's an 8 by like it's a 7 by 5 postcard that I had in a little acrylic stand."
Yeah,
it's like you're pretty much standing. Like you got chairs, but you're standing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the table is like table height, like it comes up to your waist, and so when people are looking at you, like they're making eye contact with you, they're not really. I mean, they are a little bit looking at like what's on your table, but I think you need something that's bigger and has more height. Height is like one of the things, because I did go around at Flirty in Tennessee to all the tables beforehand, or as many as I could get to, just to like meet people and like get their ideas on like how to do, because it was my first event. Yeah, literally, our friend Rebecca Conrad was with me, and she was like, "Go around and talk to people, be social." And I was like, "What?"
She's awesome, man.
She's like, "You have to." She is so awesome.
She is.
I'm already like wishing I could have her here at this one, but it is in Baltimore and she is in Texas. It's a big ask.
And it is a big ask. That's for sure. Especially considering like, it's like, hey, could you get on not a train or a boat, the other form of transportation, like tomorrow? Dude, my brain was like, could you get on a boat? Nope, that's not right. She's not going to sail there. Could you get on a train? Like there's something better. Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing this one alone, or that's my plan.
Uh-huh.
We'll see.
No
how
one's
that goes.
good, like, you couldn't, like, push Austin in the car and make him come?
I offered, but I don't think he really wants to go. Also, like, you do have to pay to have, like, an assistant there. So I hadn't paid for an assistant spot, so.
Do you have to pay for an assistant at Book Harvest? I thought they gave you an assistant.
You would have to check their, like, specific, because some places do say, like, you can have one assistant and pay for extra. Because
I figured Andrew was going to come spend time with me. Now gathered, I'm sure he would rather go see the city than hang out with me, but I don't even know if that's true. If not, we have asked for our tables to be side by side, and I will confirm that. We did.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so we could help each other out. So tell me more about Baltimore. What else are you doing?
What I'm doing for the book prep stuff. So I have been talking to, like, other authors about how many books to bring to prepare for this event. This is, like, one of those things that I haven't figured out what the formula exactly is. I'm just kind of copying other people's notes.
Yeah.
As I understand it, there's only 400 tickets for Monsterotica. So I was talking to Leona Riley and Vera Valentine, and they both said they were bringing, like, about 200 books to this.
Okay, that is great information to know. And how big is the how many tickets have they sold?
So they did 400 only for this event, I believe. I think they capped it there.
Okay.
Because this is the first time that Cassie is hosting Monsterotica. And I think she wanted to keep it a little bit on the small side.
Yeah.
To keep it manageable.
I do not blame her. Like, first time doing something, like, I definitely prefer having a little bit more of, like, a introduction to doing it.
Yeah, I think it's good to start with a smaller event. And, like, something I've been seeing a lot is people suggesting, like, do local, like, craft events or, like, farmers markets, like, looking into that to see if you can have a table there.
I have seen that too.
Obviously, very different crowd. Very different book sales expectations.
I mean, but it's also an opportunity to talk to people. And, like, especially in my situation where I write in Michigan, like, talking to people about, like, a setting they would recognize, even if it's a made-up world, Yeah. So since Michigan is so much a part of my brand, it makes sense to me that I would do, like, quite a bit of even smaller settings and stuff like that. That's something I've been kind of kicking myself about, is, like, Book Harvest will be my first, and it does seem like a big one. And so I'm kind of wondering if what I would like to do is, like, find, like, a craft show or a farmer's market or, like, some sort of event to do, like, close by, just to get a better, like, practice of talking about my book, what sort of questions people are going to ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do have, like, some strategies around that. And, like, I've been seeing them kind of echoed in, there was a book club. They send out, like, frequent emails just kind of talking about, like, how to do things that I find very helpful.
I do too.
You don't open, like, conversations with, buy my book. Like, it's, hey, can I give you this? Like, or, hey, can I talk to you about this?
Yeah.
My strategy, and we talked about making some of these for you because you also wanted to make little pamphlet brochure stuff for your books.
That was one of my ideas.
I love the idea of, like, postcards for your books because, like, if it's so location central,
Oh, that's such a cute idea. Grand Ridge postcards.
Right? And then, like, each book gets, like, the character art and, like, the corner, and then, like, you can do your little tropes graphic on one side, and then wishing you were here, all that. Like, I'm just...
Oh, no, I absolutely love
running
this.
Away with it.
Yes. Well, and I also love, because, like, I have certain settings, like you said, like, the image of, like, the book's cover could be, like, in the corner, and then, like, maybe, like something about Benji's, or, like, you know what I mean? Like, something that, like... Yeah. Well, Kate, I hope you love making new jobs for yourself.
I do. That's all I do.
That's all I do.
All I do is add more things onto my to-do list.
I know. Thank you. But I love that idea.
Yeah. So, like, what I did at Flirty in Tennessee a lot was I would say to people, like, hey, can I give you a pamphlet? And, because the pamphlets are free, and they have all the information about my main book series. And that kind of just gets people over to the table and, like, interested and engaging. And then they go, okay, I'll buy 2 books or whatever.
Yeah.
I did note that, like, there were a lot of, not a lot, but, like, a number of people had asked, like, oh, are you giving away stickers for free? Because a number of people were giving away. A lot of people have those kinds of, like, little things at the table.
Yeah.
I haven't worked it into my budget really yet.
Yeah.
To go out and buy, because I remember like one lady did shot glasses. I want to say she had these little tin shot glasses that had like a pattern on them, and I remember another lady had a laser cut wooden bookmarks that were in the shapes of like daggers and things.
Awesome.
Oh, I wanted to like make a note about the attendee, like, because Monsterotica is specifically like monster romance oriented, and that aligns exactly with my genre right now. That changes the amount of books that like to expect to bring. Like, I think for Book Harvest, I'm gonna look at like how many people are coming to that, and then I'm gonna look at like how many genres are kind of covered, and I think that's gonna influence like whether the number, I think it's gonna bring the number down, because it's like not everyone's here for monster romance.
Yeah,
it's not everyone's vibe. That's fine.
That's a good idea. Well, then also I'm going to make sure I have more of like X book, considering it sells the best, or it's the first in series, like stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
First in series, I think you want to have a bunch of those, and then maybe not quite as much as the last in series. What I wanted to, one of my plans that I'm changing from the last time in-person event that I did, is because people were interested in free stickers, and because I didn't really get anyone to scan the QR code to sign up for the newsletter. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a sign that says, and maybe like a little notebook or something.
Yeah,
people can leave their email address to sign up for the, like, and then I'll sign them up for the newsletter. And then they can have a free sticker. And that's why it's like, I'm still like getting something out of this interaction. And it doesn't feel like I'm just giving these away for free.
I think that's a good one. And I think that this really is all dependent on where you're at in your career. Like you said, like you haven't worked this into your budget to give away these stickers. Like, we are still in a point of our career where it's like, I need to make sure I'm balancing the investment to the return.
Yes. Oh my God.
And as you have more flexibility in your return, you can be more generous with those giveaways, right?
Exactly.
I also think that if someone's just learning my name for the first time, they probably are not going to expect me to have a shot glass. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that. What I've seen a lot of people talk about is how hard it is to break even from doing these events. A lot of these times they come back as a loss, which I think you do want to like be careful how, like, you know, it's one of those things, like, how much are you willing to lose on, like, can like only put into it what you're willing to lose.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We were talking a little bit about like height on like the table and like the setup of it. I did get like a tiered rack that I'm gonna stack my books on that, and some of the signs maybe. I have to like figure out exactly. I saw a display from Lauren Connolly that I thought was super cute. She got like these wooden slated tote / baskets. You can get them at like a big box store. Ooh, okay, interesting.
And then she stacked them, right? So they very much look like a bookcase.
Oh, okay.
Super
like
cute.
That.
I would probably pick something that I can take apart more easily for packing purposes, but like a collapsible like tote or something, and then maybe a cute bookend. So like there's the two on top of each other, and then there's like books with a bookend on each side. It'd be really cute if it was like an M and a V for Marty V,
Ooh,
right?
Yeah.
And then
you gotta look for that.
Which I'm sure I can find it. And then I was thinking I could like, the wood is great because then I can spray paint it really easily to like be branded colors.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. So I have to figure out how to do, like the baskets and stuff.
I think one of the big thoughts that I had was like definitely driving there, you know? Being able to like just put my shit in a car, became very important to me at that point. And that, I think, I know Book Harvest is in Chicago, and so it's the only exception right now to this.
Well, but like Andrew and I are driving there.
You guys are driving.
Yeah.
There. I think I'm mailing my shit to you
That's
first,
my plan.
and then I'm grabbing it from you.
Yeah, that was our plan, was for you to mail it to us and we can drive it down. Obviously, we can drive it back up and ship it back to you. Because that's one of the things, too, that, like, you observe, like, driving distance is best. And I was like, oh, that's such a good point. And then it made me realize, like, I was talking to Katie of Cheap Smut because, like, I'm having a hard time finding these events in Michigan. And I know they're happening. And, like, I would love to just do a couple of Michigan events on the regular. Like, that's the way I would like to do this.
You a spreadsheet that... I don't remember where I got it. It's called Author Events Around the World. So it doesn't go some places.
I'm opening it up.
But there was one that I saw that was like near you, but then I realized that it was like too soon. Like
for
it
us
was like
to do.
Right around the corner. I was like, there's no time for you to like get ready. So I didn't end up sending it to you. at that point. But yeah, there's like, it was wild and windy Chicago because like you're within a couple hours driving of Chicago, I think.
Yeah.
Which, so even if it's not totally Michigan, it's...
Yes.
And I'm doing Spellbound in the Valley, which is in New York, also in October.
It's so wild how some things just fall in October.
Everything, I feel like the whole year just kind of bunches up.
It does.
Like around certain like moments.
Well, and I think that it's like pretty purposeful that they're like, you know, they're doing it before Christmas, but like still people might like do Christmas shopping, and they're doing it after the beginning of the school year because then, you know, people have settled a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like there's all sorts of reasons.
Totally. I think also like it's a little bit weather dependent.
Yeah, that's true.
No one wants to do anything dead of winter or the middle of summer.
Yeah.
A book cart is like not like the TikTok like cute little library. It's like a rolling like
a rolly
thing.
Suitcase sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a bit more like a rolly suitcase. A lot of events have like rules about what kind you can bring.
Mm-hmm.
But I see that get recommended a lot, so I got one of those. I didn't struggle that much without one the first time at my first event. But I also, you know, I had shipped my books to the organizers of the event, and they were holding them at the hotel, so it wasn't really a big deal. I think like the biggest problem was that like I had to take an Uber to a post office to send the books back home. And we got there with like 10 minutes to spare. It was so stressful.
Yeah, you told me about that. That is so stressful.
Yeah, no, I never want to like be in that position again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured at this point, like I would be willing to do driving distance from me and driving distance from you if you're also going to the event. You know what I mean? Like that sort of thing.
Yeah. Also, like you can always just like, if you want to do New Jersey, New York events.
Yeah.
I get that the travel is like
an expense. Yeah.
An expense, commitment. You can put those expenses for your tax, like you put them in your tax deductions. Though.
Yeah.
So it's like, it is good to keep track. I didn't keep as good a track as I wanted to last year. I did keep track of my big travel like items, but I didn't keep track of like meals. So like while traveling. Mm-hmm. You want to keep receipts on that?
Yeah.
It's important. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like having both cash on hand to make change for people, having a digital credit card like reader do transactions. What I'm doing differently this event is I changed the way I priced things. I tried on the first event to keep the prices of the books at the event very similar to what it actually costs to get the book from like Amazon.
Okay.
When I say Etsy, I mean like
yeah.
Or like basically like wherever you find the book online, it's all the same price, pretty much.
Yeah.
There was a one of those BookBub blogs that said that the price you need to set for your book has to be 3 times the cost it is to print the book, or for you to receive one copy of the book. Buying of the copy, the buying of the replacement of the copy, and then the profit. Which like it makes sense for like businessy reasons, but I also hate it.
Yeah.
But then like the second thing is like not like just rounding off any cents, you know? Mm-hmm. You know, so you don't have absolutely. Like this book is $7.99 or whatever. It's like, no, just say $8. Like, please. Well, no one wants to be fucking around with pennies.
That's so true. But the 3 times thing actually makes a lot of sense to me, considering like it's still a decent price for the person at the convention too, right?
Yeah, and I think there is like an element of people willing to pay a little more for a book that they're meeting you and you know that it's got the signature in it, and you know it's in this kind of themed area, like it's kind of the point.
But am I absolutely crazy for thinking that the 3 times price idea is less than what I charge for my books right now?
No, I mean like what you charge for your books right now.
What I charge
3 times the printing cost?
Yeah.
I don't think your books are that expensive. I also don't know how much what avenues you're currently selling printed copies from your end, not like printed copies through
I mean, my copy of Truth or Dare is at $11.99
when you go to like buy it off
Amazon or something. Yeah,
that's not the price we're talking about.
No, I know, but like, I mean, the cost of printing it is about 3 times that. Like, it is like, if you 3 times the price of printing and receiving, it's going to be about $12.
Okay, so then
that seems fair.
Yeah, okay. It also maybe like I really feel like I struggle to price my books kind of at all. I feel like I never know what's an appropriate number to ask for per like length of book. Various people have different formulas online. Like obviously it's got to like be more than the printing cost.
Yeah. And like I know that you and I feel that I might be more comfortable charging people to purchase my books than you are normally. Does that make sense?
That could be it too.
Yeah.
I think, and it's definitely a thing that I struggled with in like the freelance world, naming a price that you feel confident asking. And like, oh God, it really is a thing in the freelance world where if you undercharge for your services, people kind of doubt your expertise. So it's about like having the confidence is so much of like the game there. It really is like,
okay. So you want to hear a capitalism rant?
Okay. Go for it. I love a capitalism rant.
Yeah. So this is totally this is a capitalism thing where we're pushed to undervalue our services and to feel uncomfortable talking about money, charging money, all these things, because if we, even in a workplace setting, are comfortable talking about our pay rate and stuff like that, then we can know how much we are being underpaid, right? So a big thing to me is like, I really would love to destigmatize how uncomfortable we are to talk about money.
Yes.
And like, in the writer world, particularly, like we are so uncomfortable to say how much we make, how much we don't make, all this stuff. And then the people that do actually decide to be transparent about this get attacked on the internet by other people.
Like, it just perpetuates it.
It does. Personally, I've worked really hard to feel comfortable charging for the things I do. And gathered, I've been self-employed for a long time. My dad has been self-employed my entire life. And oh my gosh, I look back on how much like he was charging for things. He is just now getting to the point where it's like he's charging a fair dollar. And he's doing it because he doesn't want all of the work. And he's like, and then they pay me for it. And I should have been charging this the whole time. I'm like, yes, the whole time. Right? My parents used to
getting to the point of like, I don't want to do this, so I'm charging you more. It's really funny.
I know.
Like, I'm just hoping the number scares you off.
Exactly. And like, then they pay me and I have to do it. And then I'm also like, crap, how much I've been undercharging my entire career. My mom said for a year and a half, because they had a carpet cleaning business for years when I was growing up. She said for about a year and a half, she would give people a quote. And they'd be like, wow, that's like as much as it would cost for me to rent a unit. So of course I'm going to pay you to do it. So like the amount they were undercharging. So like, this is like a personal like vendetta of mine to be like, I make good shit. I do a good job. I get paid. Right. Like that's where I'm at on it. So if you ever want me to set your prices and tell people, I will. Like, oh, it's this. That's how much it is. Yep, that's it. Like, I'll do it. And I'm not astronomical. I'm totally compared to the market.
Yeah, no, like totally. I get it. It's one of those things you just gotta like get comfortable with.
And it is something to get past. It's hard. It's like, it's just one of those messaging things that like, I think I had a couple of different influences that made me a little bit ready to get past it, like get past this thing. But there are plenty of other like shitty blocks that I have that I'm working on. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, no, like self-worth is one of those things that, and just confidence is such a weird, elusive creature.
It is.
Yeah, it shows up in the most random of places.
It really does. It really does. It's weird. My big thing has been wondering how many books to bring. I really love the formula for like setting the price. I think that that's like a great fair place to be.
Books don't go bad, you know, like as long as you don't get them wet or dirty or anything.
Absolutely.
Like, keep them clean and safe.
Yeah.
You can always bring them to the next event.
Absolutely.
Or put them on your online shop.
Yeah.
There's no shame in like bringing too much. I think you would rather bring too much and
bring stuff home.
Yeah. Than like, you know, sell out early and then be like, oh my God, I could have, you know, done so much more if I'd, you know, properly estimated.
Yeah.
I think though there is kind of a shitty feeling when you don't sell out completely. Like, yeah, it goes both ways. Like there's something on either end of it.
What about food? What did you do about food?
A couple of wonderful, generous people were like, hey, are you going to be ready for this event? And I was like, this is my first. And they're like, I'm going to give you a protein bar right now.
That is so sweet.
Oh, right? Like, so protein bars. Especially if you don't have an assistant, you're probably not leaving the table at all.
Yeah.
Bring your water, I think one last time, because Rebecca was there, would run and get like, because it was at a hotel. So there was like a hotel bar with like breakfast stuff.
Yeah.
So she ran and got breakfast at one point, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where like you really have to be prepared for like the physical exertion of it, even though you are just kind of in one spot the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Probably some ibuprofen or something. I know.
Oh, for sure.
So something that Katie, again from Cheap Smut, had been talking about was having something that kind of like draws people's attention to your table. So she was saying how like some people have silly peens and like stuff like that, like little plastic silly peens to like give away. So I'm trying to think of like what would be on brand for me to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I got a noodle on that.
I know, right? Because I thought like having you illustrate the guys in like shirtless and like putting those up in frames and stuff, but like I don't love that, especially considering how desensitized people will be to like shirtless covers anyway.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I don't feel like that really does it.
Getting lost in a sea of peens and ads.
Exactly. So
I think like not every convention is going to have like a different
vibe.
Rule set around what is allowed to be visible. I do know that Monster Erotica has like a no overt nudity, like it because it takes place in a hotel. Like there are children who are going to be walking past like the
that makes sense
convention room that it's in. Yeah, and it's like you just want to like abide by it. I do have some like my not safe for work art are like vellum inserts that I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna put like a little post-it note over all the bits.
Oh, cute. Okay.
And what I think it is I'm just gonna like do that for the display pieces, and then like I will just keep like the regular ones just on the table, kind of like behind, and then I can show it to people who actually ask for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that idea.
That way, it's not like out and about. See, because like I do trade shows as like no. So for my day job, I do a little bit of overlap with like the trade show lady at my job. And one of the things we've done is like order a neon sign for like different tables in our booths. There's such a different world that I'm like, how much of this could actually like...
I think the thing to really break down is what are they giving to the customer, right? So the trade show is appealing to this customer for this need. And so breaking down the Monster Erotica customer and thinking, what is this need that I can fulfill to keep me in their mind? And so I think that there's actually a lot of transferable information. It is just knowing who you're selling to.
Yeah. I think like the insight about like the little squishy toys is really reflective of that, because I think like as the industry my day job is in is the point of sale retail kind of assistive side of things. So it's like selling scanners and cash registers and shit. And I remember like one thing that people did that was like the talk of the convention was there was like one of these booths had a scanner kind of like game where it was like, see how far away you can scan this thing using our scanners.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god, I loved it. It was like interactive.
Yeah.
I think having an interactive kind of element, if you can come up with one, it is the best thing. But I think you also like it's gonna get people over to you. But I also think it's like it's not totally necessary. So it's like if you can't come up with something, don't stress about it.
Yeah. I've heard of like tropes menus and like stuff like that.
Trope menu, yeah. I love that. What my thought was that with the signage for like that was gonna say like this book costs $5 or whatever, I was also gonna like find a way to sneak the tropes in around the display, and I think that was gonna like really help. I know people are tired of like, oh no, I hate those little trope graphics where they're like curly arrows pointing at things. You know, like I don't care, it sells shit.
It does
Bringing that element into the real world might be helpful.
Okay, what would be really cute is if we built, you know, like slider books, like they're like interactive little books.
Okay.
It'll be like, okay, the one I have is like Rudolph, and it'll be like, who delivers presents? And then the little kid slides up the picture of Santa, and it says Santa Claus underneath it, right? So we could do something like that, but in a board. And so it would be like the overarching trope. So like friends to lovers, second chance romance, and this and that, right? And then when they slide it up, it would show like that that my second chance romances are this, and this title. And so like especially if we're like busy talking to someone else, there's something else for someone approaching the booth to do.
I really like the idea of like not a total pin the tail on the donkey kind of setup.
That's
like
so funny.
But like match the trope to the book kind of thing. Maybe you have 3 tropes per book and it's like
that's also really
get,
cute.
Like a sticker as a prize or something.
It'd be really cute also with like guess the tropes in this book, right? And so it's love, laugh, lich, guess the tropes.
Yeah.
And we'd see what like people would come up with. And then like we could even have like a rally at the end of like each day where you draw someone's name. All they had to do was write down the tropes that they guessed for that book.
Ooh, I know that Katie and Carl from the Cheap Smut podcast are doing something because they're going to be at Monsterotica. And they invited people to be part of their scavenger hunt. Which
so cute.
So like the scavenger hunt is going to be like there's something at all of these tables and it's a word that is like all jumbled up, but like you have to go there and you find the word and then you unscramble the letters and then, I guess you bring it back to their table and you get a prize once you complete all of them.
I am madly in love with this, especially like if we both have to, focus within our genre. But if we were to reach out to other people in our genre and be like, hey, here's a scavenger hunt. And then those people would then be passing out the scavenger hunt as well and getting everybody to go to all these different tables. Right?
It's definitely worth like thinking about and like reaching out to people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's kind of all of my thoughts.
I think those are great thoughts.
Hopefully, I will let you know how it all goes. We'll have another episode about all of it.
Yeah, we'll have to do a recap.
Oh, totally. Do you have any writing advice for listener, Marty?
Keep chipping away at it. Like, that's very much where I'm at. Is even though it's not going as fast as I want it to and all of that, like, I just need to keep on chipping away at it. I also had, like, a day yesterday where I cleaned up a bunch of chapters that I had already edited, but, like, had to change a little bit again because I changed the emotional arc. And so even though I didn't get as far on the chapter that I'm currently working on as I wanted to, I got those done, and that's an accomplishment. And then also the chapter that I'm working on now, I really just needed to let things sit in my brain. If I can't seem to get words down on paper, it's because I haven't figured it out yet. And so my problem with the chapter that I'm currently working on, my problem yesterday about it, today I feel a lot more clear. I didn't know where to start. I couldn't get into Remy's head because every time I tried to like think about like where he was at and like what are the thoughts he's having, it was like full panic, right? And I couldn't figure out a way to write the full panic without like having an annoying chapter, and then also without it being disconnected, right? Like it still has to follow a narrative even though I'm portraying this feeling.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. What about you? What's your writing advice?
Really tend to flip-flop about what kind of storylines to include. So in my last project that I just finished, I had a plot line where the main character gets superpowers. And in the end, I kind of decided to cut that part out. I didn't really like the direction it was going. It was like fully in like integrated in the story.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the point where I said to myself, like...
Yeah, it was deep.
Yeah. It was really in there. And then I said to myself, I don't like how it kind of contradicts the rest of like the message of the story. So I'm taking this out. I don't like the way that it pits her kind of violently against her love interest. And so I made the decision to take it out. And then I remember, because I was like, when I made that decision, I had been flip-flopping back and forth on it so much. I literally just wrote down a note to myself. I was like, you were committed to this decision. It's going to be fine. Like, the story's going to be good either way, but you are committing to this. And
ooh, I like that.
I think I'm trying to do more of just remembering what I'm committing to in the plot, you know? Because when it is kind of all just floating around in your brain, it is super hard to keep track of. Like,
well, it's so easy to feel anxious about it.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah. I love the message you gave yourself of like, it doesn't matter what you do, it's going to be a great book, so commit. And so like, it took the wishy-washiness out of your brain.
Yeah, I think like because I've done this for a number of projects, flipping back and forth on like I've rewritten the first chapter for Handle with Claire a number of times. And because you said that you had mentioned one of my projects to Katie, and she was like, I want to read it. So I know you said you were going to text her. I did just go ahead and send it to her.
I did text her and I was like, hey, expect an email. So I'm glad you sent it, because I was about to be like, Katie, did you get it? And then I'd be like, Kate, she didn't get it yet. So
because I thought about like waiting, and then I was like, you know what? She just moved. I'm not gonna like make this expectant and like upon her sending a text to like I'm just gonna be a little rude about it and just go ahead.
Well, and the thing is like I had sent the text and I was like, what do I say in this text? Right? Do I say like, hey, contact Kate? But that's weird, because Kate will just contact her. I was like, hey, it's coming, so just expect to see it in your email. You know what I mean? So like, you did exactly what I was hoping to have happen. So
good. Well, so like I have all these different drafts with all these different first chapters of Handle with Claire. I sent her both shelf projects because I was like, you know what? She can have both.
You sent her both of them? Awesome.
I did send both of them.
She's so great.
But like I went through a couple of them, like looking like which first chapter do I actually like best. I did find one that I didn't like so much. I found one I did kind of like more. But like I don't know that I could put a best seal on like one of them in like out of like maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And I don't love like first thought, best thought as like a practice because but I do also believe in like the first time you want to tell a story does have a lot of the like I think we can get really bogged down in like, is what I'm trying to get across getting across, and there's a lot of really subtle ways that we write it in without even realizing that tell the story the way we want it to be told the first time.
So this is a completely random thought, but I thought about it while you were talking. Okay. Because like I feel personally, and you can tell me I'm wrong, one of the reasons why Handle with Claire and Saltwater Heart have never seen the light of day is because, particularly Handle with Claire, is because you queried it and they gave you input that totally messed with your brain. And I think it's really worth acknowledging that clearly the traditional publishing industry does not know what readers want. It cannot produce fast enough. And so its standards are arbitrary.
Yeah, and like the people who are the gatekeepers of traditional publishing, agents, editors. Yeah. Their taste is so subjective, and they're absolutely, you know, whether or not they think it's a good book versus what they think it's a book that will sell, like what is hot on the market currently or what they think is going to come back into style. Like there's so many factors, and like I think we're kind of expecting these answers to be such a seal of approval, like yeah, you got it right, this is the best, and there really is none of that, and that's such a hard thing to grasp.
And if they were so accurate in their assessment, then there would not be an industry for indie publishing.
Oh no, not at all. Like they only can tell, like they know as much as we know about like what's going to succeed. Absolutely. And like I see, like I think it falls into like this category of like really cheesy advice, but like the things that if you write about it and you're excited about it, yeah, that's like really like enthusiasm is really the lightning in the bottle.
I completely agree.
You have to try to like capture.
Another thing I'm like totally working on giving up is like any amount of downplaying how awesome my books are, any amount of doubting how much I love my books. You know what I mean? Like I've spent a couple of years now feeling uncomfortable telling people to read my books because I'm like, they're not perfect. These are the things that I feel wrong about them, like all this stuff.
Right. God, I literally, because when I sent those books to Katie and Carl, I sent it to Katie, I said hi to Carl. I literally wrote in it, I was like, I feel the need to like preemptively say, please don't judge it harshly if it's bad.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my God, it's like, because it's so embedded in there.
That feeling of like, yeah, I completely agree. What a feeling. What a thing. Anyway, Kate, where can they find you?
You can find me at kate-pryor.com. You can find my newsletter. I finally fixed the free story on that. So if you sign up for my newsletter, you get a free short story for real now. And yeah, I'm on socials at by Kate Pryor. Some of them. Figure out which ones.
Good luck. I can be found at Marty the Author on TikTok and Instagram, and I've actually been active. Like, go girl.
Yeah.
You can sign up for my newsletter in my link tree for sure. I don't know if we ended up making the website work properly, but anyway.
Oh no.
I don't remember if we did that.
God, you gotta tell me if I broke it.
Well, sorry. I also just realized that I never corrected the pricing of a book I did a promo on. And so it's been at 99 cents for weeks now. So
oh my God.
It's okay. Life has been lifing. But you can find me at martyv.com as well. And Remy and Alicia Can't Fall Again is on its way to you eventually. So pre-order now.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Love you, listener. Love you.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Are you doing your thing? Are you being weird?